Hey guys, Marzinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I have an interesting one. I thought I could try and outdo myself with random units in the Cell Max event, and while I was looking at some of the various options, I came across our boys Physical, Goten and Trunks. I made a video of them not long ago because they obviously get the 200% leader skill from the LR gods, and I thought they could be quite interesting for one major reason. Now, obviously, if we look at their passive, they do get basically all of their stats on supering. They also have this RNG. They have two potential 50% attack and defense buffs that they have a 70% chance of getting for each one at the start of the turn, which makes them a nightmare unit to showcase because you never know, especially on like the first turn, how many of those, or if any of them, actually activated. But the thing that's important, and I thought would make them quite fun to try for this, is obviously they get attack and defense 10% up to 50, and a chance to dodge 7% up to 30 each time they dodge. And mine has 6 dodge, as you can see. But also, they have their active skill, which you can use from turn 3 onwards, where they will automatically dodge every single attack in that turn. So obviously, as you can probably imagine, the goal is to get to the Tech Cell Max phase, and then use their active skill and put them in a slot where there's a whole bunch of attacks. They will dodge all of them, and then we will be good to go. So the interesting thing, though, we have to run them with a Goten or a Trunks. And the Easy A Physical Trunks or AGL Goten, I feel like are not really going to be good enough. So I'm actually going to use this Int Gotenks because obviously he has damage reduction 40%. He gets an additional 30% when he supers if there is a Trunks or Krillin on the rotation. So by being on rotation with the Physical Goten and Trunks, when he super attacks, he gets extra damage reduction. Now, that means he's not the perfect slot 1 unit because he doesn't get all of his damage reduction until he actually super attacks. But, you know, he's got type advantage. We'll see how we get on, basically. So, obviously, we're using the Kakarot support memory because it is a movie hero's permanent buff. So that's going to help out the Goten and Trunks quite significantly. Interesting first rotation. Obviously, we've got the GOAT Pycon on the team. He is actually getting the leader skill from the LR gods. We can't get his buff on this turn, though, which is unfortunate. I guess, well, shall we see how much damage they take in slot 1, or shall I just float you off? Yeah, let's put you in slot 1. In the first phase, I can't imagine Majin Vegeta is going to take a particularly significant amount of damage, because I want to see what these guys are looking like on turn 1. See, we only have Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle. They have an 82k defense. Like I say, I have no idea how many of their things will have potentially procced, but we have got the Pycon buff. So, of course, we get supered in slot 1, but STR Cell Max, not exactly a huge issue to get past. Now, I have tried this a few times. I'm recording this, I've just got home from work after my night shift. Literally, the first 3 or 4 attempts, I got right to the end and was pretty much on, like, the winning turn. And, like, 2 attempts in a row, I had Pycon on the tech phase in the very first turn, so obviously used his Ghost Usher. And then 3 turns later, that was going to be the winning turn, but Pycon was back and got locked in slot 1 and didn't dodge, even though I picked up a Rainbow Orb for him. So, obviously, not ideal. We also need to get Goten floated off here. Now, the only part of this run that causes a particular issue is when we get to this physical phase, because obviously the physical phase, he has the attack all thing, and both this Int Goten and the Goten and Trunks, neither of them are particularly good at taking damage until they've attacked. So if we get into a situation where the physical phase is doing like 3 attack-alls in slot 1, then physical Goten and Trunks will potentially take quite a lot of damage. So there is a decent amount of RNG involved, but fortunately we do appear to have gotten somewhat lucky here. So you do at least have prepared for battle with them. So I guess we probably just put them in slot 1. Although... Are the orbs going to drop down enough for me to get a super? I don't want to risk it, so let's just do this. And then get the super. He's actually, I only just noticed, he's actually not doing a single attack all in this turn. But yeah, we have no units that can stack, so there's no point in trying to use the stall strategy to get through the first 2 phases slower in order to build up specific units, because we don't have any units that stack. The only thing we obviously want to make sure we do have set up is having GOTEN on rotation with GOTEN and Trunks. 6.5 for them without their unit super is actually still pretty good. Hey, and there's the level 6 dodge kicking in. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, they had supered first. The physical stage doesn't hit particularly hard, so I don't know how much damage that would have done. But that is actually really good, because obviously any dodges you can get before you use their active skill, that is now 10% extra attack and defense they have, as well as obviously having that extra bit of dodge chance as well. So that puts them in a very, very good position here. Let's go ahead and do this, and then we can grab these for you. Obviously, because we're not stalling at all and we're just going to get through this fairly quickly, I want to try and prioritize picking up same type orbs as much as possible, because obviously the Dokkan attack could be very, very useful, but it's going to be a lot more difficult to get to it when you get through the first 2 phases so quickly. But look at that, God Goku, 4.6 when he's linked up with the gods, the support from PHY and the movie Heroes support memory. I mean, that's a lot of extra support, but considering how much of a defensive wall he is, like, that's a very good attack stat for him. And then, of course, obviously the gods and even PHY are going to be eating good from this setup. I do like, when I'm trying not to go too quickly, although in this case it doesn't really matter too much, but I do like hitting that sweet spot with the gods where you get the 20 key, but not the 24. So you're getting the guaranteed additional super, but you're not getting the effective against all types, because that can help you stall it out a little bit, depending on whether you need to or not. Obviously, on this run, we're not really trying to do that. We are not going to finish him off this turn, though, sadly. Hey, PHY with the dodge, though. That's what we like to see. So, unfortunately, that means we won't be going into the cell, the tech phase with PHY fully floated off, or with our boys here on rotation, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we are going to take a decent amount of damage in slot 1, so you guys will see what I mean. So let's do this, and then grab all of these. Alright, so I mean, my boy GOTEN, I'm pretty sure I built him obviously he doesn't have an EZA yet, but I don't know what his EZA is going to be like. But I did build him with, like, full dodge back in the day. So hopefully we can get some clutch dodges coming through. There's no more attack-alls, so we should be okay now. And what are GOTEN and Trunks looking like here? 8.7 with no support on the rotation, by the way. It's pretty good. So they should finish off this guy here. No? Okay. Alright, well, we tanked for double digits. How much are we going to tank these for now? Double digits, I would assume, yeah. What about GOTEN? 17, I guess that's not the worst. I mean, silver lining, we get another stack with the gods, but it doesn't really matter. Once you get into the last phase, you just need to transform the gods and hope that they dodge. So it's not really a huge deal. Now, the other thing as well that you kind of don't really want, which I feel like we've gotten into that situation, which is a little bit unfortunate, is you don't really want to have PHY on the first rotation with GOTEN and Trunks, because obviously ideally we want to use their active skill and then dodge all of those attacks to build up their passive, which of course if we Ghost Usher all the attacks away with PHY, then obviously we don't have any attacks to dodge. So I think what we'll do here is, I think I need to break the lock, don't I? Because even if God Goku gets supered, we will probably die this turn, depending on how the rest of the turn plays out, like whether the gods dodge or not. So let me just make sure the active skill skip is on, because when we're not showcasing these particular units, I don't really care about wasting time with their active skills. So we'll go ahead and do the final explosion with Majin Vegeta. That means he is going to guaranteed crit this turn. That gives us this active skill as well, which we can fire off before we heal. Get a nice little bit of extra damage in here. Because the big problem is with the physical Goten and Trunks, we are kind of banking on the gimmick of their dodge from the active skill. But once the active skill thing has been used, then, like, I don't know how well they're going to tank after that. The goal is obviously to kind of make sure that he's then just dead before he gets to land any attacks on them. So go ahead and do this, get the full thing with you. So they're going to cancel out one of his attacks anyway. So as long as they dodge the other one, then obviously we are going to be all good. So go ahead and do this. Full passive for Vegeta. So the ideal scenario here is that God Goku takes the super or the gods dodge. I mean, to be fair, Majin Vegeta would survive the super as well, because we've got his full passive, we've got the 6 orbs, we've got a Trunks on the team. So I just need the gods to dodge. Or best case scenario, the super attack is the first attack that's coming at the gods, which obviously they're going to delete with their 18 key super effect. But of course, because we don't have a scouter effect active at the moment or anything, we have no way to know. The second attack coming their way could be the super, which means it's still going to happen. And then we just need them to dodge. But triple super from them as well. So I think they should, if it's just a normal attack and they don't dodge, I think we're pretty much on the territory of taking double-digit damage. But just don't super me. Alright, good. Normal attack and we dodge. We have no way to know whether that attack that we cancelled out was the super. Unless, of course, he's going to super Majin Vegeta here. But let's see. Oh, yeah, he did. Well, there we go. Well, post-super, what do we take off of this? 258. Wow, okay. Not ideal, but it is what it is. There's no slots where we can hide Pycon either, so this is the unfortunate thing. Like I say, look at all those attacks in the second slot that we can just dodge. This is a really, really good turn for Goten and Trunks if we didn't have Pycon in slot 3, because it's too risky to, like, let him take hits on this turn, unfortunately, because he could dodge, but if he doesn't dodge, then we die. So we are going to have to go ahead and Ghost Usher with him. That does mean that we do have the Goten and Trunks active skill saved, because obviously we're not going to use it. It would be an absolute waste at this point. So let's go ahead and do this. I need to make sure I get Pycon's support here, so I think we'll grab these for you. What's their defense looking like here on this turn? 126k before they super. Now remember, they get most of their buffs. We don't know whether those other two things procced or not, but they do get 150% on super, which gets a huge boost if the unit is getting support as well. So we're going to get the support here from Pycon. Even this Goten putting out 3.5. When he gets his easy A, I feel like unironically he could be really good. Wow, 10 million from Goten and Trunks. And this is, they've dodged once. So they still have an extra 40% attack and defense they can get on top of that. And then they double super. So we get a little bit more as well. Crit? Can we crit? Come on. No crit. Right, pretty good turn though, I have to say. Depending on how the rest of this plays out, we might not actually get them back on rotation. It depends how much we're going to do here with all of these units. Because I actually could leave God Goku in slot 2. The only problem is I probably do have to heal. Because, again, if God Goku takes the super in the middle, we probably do live. But the problem is if the gods don't dodge... Actually, this is one of those interesting turns, right? Because if the gods don't dodge a super, they just die anyway. But if they don't dodge a normal attack, they wouldn't take that much damage, I think. Although, actually, we are a bit screwed for ki. So, yeah, I think we will have to heal, unfortunately. Although, I did bring... Yeah, I brought a Rainbow Friend. And the Rainbow Friend obviously has more defense. So let's put you in slot 1. It's less important for the friend to get the 18 key super. So if we do this, and then we can get the 2 rainbow orbs for you. So you get your extra damage reduction. And then we still end up... I guess I probably didn't need to prioritize the rainbow orbs for them. But... okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and do this. The only thing we can hope now, of course, is that Cell doesn't give us a really horrible lock in the next turn, because even like if he locks physical Goten and Trunks in slot 1, we can just use their active skill. So We'll see how it goes. But like I said, I've tried this quite a few times already, and I always get really unlucky right at the very end. So I feel like maybe if I fail this time, I might just put a montage of clips at the end showing like just how close we got. Because yeah, the gods just didn't dodge 2 normal attacks and took almost 400k worth of damage. So I feel like... does God Goku die to a super here? I think he might do. Well, he's not going to super, so... Now we really need the gods at the end to dodge. But we didn't get to pick up any rainbow orbs with either of them. So their dodge chance is not exactly high. They just have their base dodge chance. We come so close to killing him this turn as well. If we'd actually got... Oh my god, they triple supered as well. If we'd gotten 18 key supers with both of the gods, we probably would have killed him this turn. So if we now die at the end of this turn, I'm going to be very disappointed. Right, dodge. Oof. Oh, no, don't lock. Don't lock. He didn't lock. All right, GG. Oh, look at this. Woo. No. Oh, I didn't put the animation on. Man. Well, we don't get to see the active skill, but... Look at that. What actual perfect, like, timing. So... 126k. So they got... I think they have all the same buffs that they had active last time. Actually, you know what? I could splice in their active skill. Because you guys know me. I don't like to app reset. So I'll splice in their active skill at the side or something while we play out the turn. But that actually worked out perfectly. Because now we put them in slot 1. We get the active skill off. So they literally cannot be touched. So it doesn't matter what Cell tries to do now. We win. So... Oh, super? Yeah, sorry about that. So that's them. They now have the 40% from their passive. 9.34. That's with no support on the rotation. Because remember, when we got over the 10 mil, we had Pycon. And units that get all that extra attack on super, they get a huge amount of benefit from support. They didn't crit, though, and they didn't kill him. So, he double supered in the first slot. Well, I guess all the attacks are in the first slot, to be fair. So they dodged both of his supers, and then Int GOTEN killed Cell Max. Int GOTEN defeated Cell Max. That is amazing. But there you go. Physical GOTEN and Trunks defeating Cell Max on the movie Heroes team. Pretty crazy. As I say, you can see from this run, it requires some good RNG. I mean, as I've said in the video, I tried this multiple times at work. And then, funnily enough, this is the first time I've tried recording it at home on the actual setup. So, obviously, GOTEN and Trunks wanted you guys to see the full setup, the full quality for this run. But there you go. Physical GOTEN and Trunks versus Cell Max. So, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know any other units that you want to see in this event. I want to try out some of the more recent, like, Dokkan Fest exclusives and LRs and stuff. I did put out a tweet last night asking if you guys cared whether we actually won the event or not. And a lot of you said you just want to see how some of these units perform in the event, even if we don't actually win with their team. So let me know any units that you guys want to see down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.